Welcome to the community. We do this show every Wednesday, every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you're listening on the digital hospitality feed, please join the live show. You can go to betheshow.media/rising tides. You can become a part of our community. We have digital hospitality leaders from all over the globe that have been joining this show since we started on Clubhouse. But today we're going to be talking about a personal tech stack. This is a question that I've started asking on both our digital hospitality show and our restaurant influencers show. And the more that I ask it, the more I realize we haven't even had this discussion as a community. So we're going to have the discussion as a community. We're going to talk about your smartphone usage. So if you're an iPhone user, an Android user, which apps are you using the most? Which apps are helping you in your business? Which apps are helping you in your personal life? We're going to get into all the intricacies of a personal tech stack. So let's go ahead and bring up the community. We appreciate you guys. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. If you're watching on LinkedIn, please reshare this so more people can be connected. The more voices that we have up on stage, the better the conversation. But thank you all for being here. Jordan Silverman, let's kick us off. Oh, I like it. My stack and socks. My tech stack sucks. Tom says his tech stack. Well, we'll be the judge of that. Let's Jordan, go ahead, kick us off. 60 seconds. Who are you? What are you building on a Friday? And then I'm going to ask you some questions about your personal tech stack.
Happy Friday. I am Jordan. I am the CEO and co-founder of Starfish. We are building the AI CFO for restaurants and small businesses.
I like it. That's new.
We're working. We started off with AI controller, and nobody knew what controller meant. Like, okay, I need new trade show banners now. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. We automatically analyze your finances and show you where you are overspending and how you can make more money at the end of the day. Awesome. I'm excited about this because A, I think I have some cool tools that a lot of people don't use, and then B, I'm excited to learn from others.
Well, let's start, Jordan, with are you an Android or iPhone user?
iPhone and PC.
iPhone and PC. Oh, interesting. An iPhone, what version iPhone?
14. 3 camera on the back.
When do you decide how to get a new phone? When does Jordan get a new phone?
Historically, I think a lot of people in the community know I have a 2.5-year-old daughter. So historically, it's been like when I run out of storage, because you take a lot of pictures and videos when you have kids. Nobody tells you that, but a lot of pictures and videos. So historically, it's been when I ran out of storage. I think this time it'll be like whenever they actually add some AI to it, will be my answer moving forward.
Perfect. Do you prefer phone calls or text messages?
Phone calls.
Phone calls. You leave voicemails?
Yes, all the time.
Do you listen to voicemails that are left for you?
Every single one.
Every single one. Fascinating. How do you message family and how do you message your team? What apps do you use?
My team is Slack and WhatsApp.
And both.
Yeah, we've got prior, like 10 years ago, I had no idea what WhatsApp was. And then as soon as you start working with international people, it's only WhatsApp. They're like, what the hell is Slack? So the answer is it depends on where they're based, if it's Slack or WhatsApp. With my family, my whole family lives in New York. My wife's family and us live in Florida. I try to do FaceTime with family and friends as much as possible, especially for my daughter.
And like personal one-to-one FaceTime, not group FaceTime.
No, personal.
Personal one-to-one FaceTime.
Yeah.
How many group messages are you in?
4 or 5, and they're all muted.
They're all muted. Fantastic. What email platform do you use?
Gmail.
And how many emails do you get a day?
I'm a zero inbox person.
Zero. So explain your zero inbox to the community.
I will never have more than like 5 or 10 emails in my inbox at all times.
And what's your management? How do you like do it now? Do you folder it? What do you do?
I used to folder everything, and then I realized that whenever I need an email, I was just searching for it. So I just archive everything. I don't delete it because Gmail makes it really hard to search with deleted mails. So I just archive everything that comes in.
Okay. Interesting. For music, what do you listen to? Which app?
No music.
No music. Podcasts, what do you listen to?
Podcasts. Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
What is your most used social media app?
Personal, none. Business, TikTok.
Personal, none. Business, TikTok. How is TikTok going for you?
Good. But I need to get better at being more consistent. I go in waves of like a month I'll post every day, and then I go 2 weeks without posting. It's crazy how life just is hard sometimes.
How do you manage your notifications on all the apps? What are your rules?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I try as hard as possible to have no notifications as well.
Me too. I'm the same way.
Yeah. Yep.
What search do you use?
Google.
Google. You use Google.
Yeah.
What AI tool do you use?
Claude and Perplexity.
Both?
Yes, Perplexity is like my Google search with AI. Claude is for like deeper, longer thoughts and comments.
Are they both paid?
Claude is paid, Perplexity is free.
Got it. What should we know? What can you teach us about a personal tech stack that we don't know?
Yeah, I think my biggest hack, and I'm trying to get my video back on. I don't know what happened there. I think my biggest hack from a personal tech stack has been two things. Number one, I like to go for runs, and what I did was I hooked up ChatGPT to be my shortcut on my phone, on my iPhone. You know how every single you know how you have that little button that right now is just like the volume button?
Yep.
I actually changed that from volume to ChatGPT. And what that enables me to do is just like while I'm running, while I'm doing anything, just have conversations with it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're using ChatGPT like Siri?
Yes.
Audio. Amazing.
Yes. Yep.
You're talking to your watch or to your iPhone?
No, I don't have an Apple Watch because I think I would go crazy with the vibrations and all the messages and stuff. So the answer is I'm the person that like I'll go for runs. I've got an armband on, and like I'm the one that's just like screaming with no headphones on.
Screaming. It's fantastic. Is there anything else we should know about your personal tech stack that you'd like to share?
I'm gonna go off phone. I'm gonna go off iPhone and mobile for a second. I'm gonna go to one on the PC. I'm obsessed with this app called TextBlaze. TextBlaze. I
Okay.
literally pay $3.50 per month for it. I find that in life, and it's PC only. I find in life, I'm sending the same messages over and over again. Same email links, same messages, all of that. Basically, this is like a text expander. So like instead of sending a Calendly link and copying and paste it every time, I just write like zcal and my Calendly link automatically appears, for example.
Interesting.
And it's been like a total game changer for me because now I don't need like a clipboard or anything like that. I just have all of these text expanders built, which has been amazing.
That is a great tip. Well, thank
Yeah.
you, Jordan. Let's go ahead and welcome Mandy Graziano on a Friday. Mandy, what's up? Who are you? What are you working on a Friday? And let's get into your tech stack.
That was so succinct, Jordan. That was kind of intimidating. Good job. My name's Mandy Graziano. I'm a multi-business hospitality owner, predominantly in the sales space, where I help companies and individuals close business faster, be more memorable in the marketplace, and have more fun with follow-up. I'm working what am I working on? You know what I'm working on today? I have a lot of sponsorship calls because I'm doing a top client event in San Diego in the fall called the All About You Adventure, where we bring wellness to our customers' personal and professional lives. And I've just had sponsor calls all day, and it's fun. I'm talking about wellness and customers and getting money to pay for the event. So that's what I've been working on since about 7 a.m. this morning.
Mandy, have you heard me talk about this book?
No, sponsor
This
magnet. No.
you would absolutely love it. I just had Justin Moore on our restaurant influencers show, but
Okay.
he wrote the blueprint Like literally the creator blueprint, and the things that he's put in this book are absolutely phenomenal. We'll actually try to get him on. We'll try to get him on the Rising Tides call sometime soon because he's awesome.
I'll check it out. Sponsor magnet. Got it.
Sponsor
Check.
magnet. Okay. So let's get into your tech stack. Are you Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Always iPhone? Did you have the first
Always
iPhone when it came out? Really?
No, I didn't. I had God, I had a flip phone back then.
But when did you switch? Do you remember when you switched to an iPhone when you had your first iPhone?
I do. It was 2000 and 2010.
2010.
No, 2009. Yeah, because I had a Palm Pilot.
Nice.
And I had a BlackBerry, and then I went to iPhone. Yeah.
Which carrier do you use?
T-Mobile.
And why? T-Mobile. Do you like it? Have you ever switched?
I had Sprint, and then Sprint became T-Mobile. Yeah, it's always, I've shopped around, and it's been fine. So it's not.
How often do you upgrade your phone?
Every couple of years. It's time for an upgrade, though. I have a 14 right now, so it's time for an upgrade.
Which email platform do you use?
Outlook. Well,
Microsoft.
One business is on Outlook, and the other business is on Gmail.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer Gmail.
You prefer Gmail. Does that mean you use Teams over Zoom?
No, I only use Zoom.
You only use Zoom?
I only use Zoom. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do. I mean, a lot of my customers, I use whatever my customers want to use. But for me, if I'm initiating something, it's Zoom.
Okay. How many emails do you get a day?
Oh, I can't even count. I am not a zero inbox person.
If pull up your phone right now, how many emails do you have?
Oh, you're gonna be disgusted.
Jordan might fall over.
5,309.
And that's one inbox. What about the other inbox?
The other inbox. Oh, this is fun. Okay, hold on. The other one, 99 plus. I don't know, 19,000. I think it says
19,000.
I have an email strategy. So I have people that read my emails. I've got like 4 people in both inboxes, and then I'm always managing my storage, and I probably should clean that out someday, but I've got like an email strategy. So I'm not reading every single email. Sorry.
That's impressive. What outside of email, what's the most notifications do you get on your phone?
I don't get email notifications.
You don't get any notifications. Do you have all notifications off?
I have all off except for my Ring app, and I only turn the Ring app on when I am in my home office alone, or if I'm like at my house alone. Yeah.
Interesting.
For safety reasons. Yeah.
Phone calls or text messages?
Text messages. And don't send me an audio. Do not send me an audio message.
Let's talk about audio
do not leave me a voice message.
What is the problem with audio messages?
If I have time to like listen to that, I'll have time to call you on the phone. Like, let's just.
I'm with you. I'm actually. I love audio, but I don't. Audio messages is very frustrating to me.
Me too.
I can't read. I can't read it and respond. Like even the transcription feature doesn't help me.
Yes, or people call you and then they text you and then leave you an audio message. I'm like, if I had time for 1 minute and 47 seconds, I could have done this in a 30-second phone call. So, yeah. But that's a generational thing I learned in my research of this whole XYZ across generation networking thing that I've been involved with lately. I have learned, like my Gen Z people on my team, they love audio messages.
Really?
And yes, they send them to me all the time. And then we had to have a conversation about it. And I learned from them. That it's a little bit easier for them to communicate sometimes. So I'm being more open to it, but there's some generational things I'm learning about too.
Interesting. How many group chats are you in?
Oof. I'm in 3 that I actively participate in. I'm probably in more, but 3 that I actively participate in.
And this is iMessage, not WhatsApp or other?
Oh, no. That's iMessage. Then I've got some group chat. I've got a squat squad and Instagram. I'm in all the rising tides. How many of those? 7
That's
of
right.
those.
Yeah.
Um,
All of those. Yep.
yeah, all of those. And then I've got a couple LinkedIn. So yeah, I guess I would say probably just under 10. Yeah.
Okay. Which social media app do you use the most? Or you logged into the
Instagram and
most?
LinkedIn. Instagram and LinkedIn are a tie.
Which search tool do you use?
Google and Claude. Actually, Claude I've been using way more than Google lately.
Mm-hmm. Is there a paid version of Claude, or is that free?
No,
There
it's
is.
free.
There is a paid version.
There is a paid. Yeah, it's $20. It's like ChatGPT. They're $20 a month for the paid version, but free's great.
Got it. What other apps do you use that are helpful to you?
Canva. I use Canva a
Canva.
lot. Open Table. I use a lot. Marco Polo, which is an oldie but a goodie, but I communicate with my family. I've got a sibling thread on Marco Polo, and a lot of my clients are on Marco Polo. A lot of my millennial clients are on Marco Polo.
Interesting.
Yeah, Claude I use a lot. Hold on, let's see. This will be fun. Venmo.
Venmo's a good one.
And I use Strava. I use Strava all the time.
What's that?
Strava it's a health tracker app. So it tracks my workouts, bike rides, walks. It
Okay.
syncs to my iWatch or my whatever they call the Apple Watch thing. Yeah.
And Apple Maps or Google Maps or Waze?
I like Apple Maps.
Really? Over Google Maps?
I do.
Interesting.
Oh, Ian's shaking his head at me. He's shaming me. You're head shaming me.
And where do you listen to music? Which platform?
Apple. But I
Apple.
listen to podcasts on Spotify.
Interesting. Really? So you have a Spotify subscription, but you use it for podcasts?
I do
Are
because our podcast is a video podcast.
Yep.
Adventures of Business is a video podcast, and Spotify allows the video. And so I just got so accustomed to when I was listening to watching our podcast
Yep.
to then just getting all my podcasts on Spotify.
Do you use Megaphone for podcast distributor? Is that where you?
No, we just switched over. Oh no, we use Libsyn.
Oh, you do use Libsyn. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Any other crazy tools
This is
that you
fun.
use?
I like this game.
Yeah.
Eventbrite is an app I have on my phone a lot because I attend a lot of events and go to a lot of events. Masterclass is an app I
Masterclass is
use
good.
all the time. Yeah. I'm just looking at anything crazy on here. Reddit. I don't like the Reddit app, by the way. Oh, and Elizabeth, I have Giphy. I do use Giphy a lot. I just made a GIF actually for a client friend for her birthday. It was a gift I gave her using the Giphy app. So
Amazing. Photos or videos?
Photos.
How many do you have on your phone?
Oh no. Okay, hold on. Here we go. This is gonna make Jordan collapse.
You can
too.
you can go to your.
I have 43,097 photos, and I have 7640 videos, and they all just sync to the iCloud. Just now, it says.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Mandy.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Thank you for doing this. I like the data.
Yeah, of course. We're trying to find out some secrets from our community. Personal tech stack secrets. Ian, go ahead. You're next. Who are you? What are you working on a Friday? And let's get into your personal tech stack.
Yeah, Ian Hawksworth, EHS Recruiting Company. We focus on restaurants and hospitality leadership positions in Southern California and nationwide. Tech stack, I'm building mine out. Definitely have a few tools that I like to use quite a bit. But yeah, I have some strong opinions on some of the questions you've been asking. And
let's get into the strong. We like strong. I like controversial opinions even better. So let's go.
Apple Maps sucks.
Why? Let's talk about why Apple Maps sucks.
It just does not take traffic into account, I don't think, as well. I think Google Maps is much better at, tracking traffic flow. Back in the day, Waze worked, but I think it works best in bigger cities, where there's a lot of people, there's enough people using it because it's using live data. So like LA and New York, I think Waze works really well, but outside of those markets, I feel like it's pretty lackluster. So I'm a Google Maps and I'm an Android person. I know that's an anomaly
Android, I
these
like it.
days, but
How long
I
have you
like
been
the
on Android?
camera.
What phone do you have?
Ooh, what is it? The S21 or something like that, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
It's
How often
it's
do you get a new phone?
every 2 to 3 years typically. Yeah.
An
I'm
S,
pretty
that's a
regular.
Samsung? That's a Samsung phone?
Yeah, Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy.
Okay.
I
And
think that's where I'm at.
which carrier do you use?
I'm on T-Mobile as well.
And are you a never Apple or just
No,
Android?
no, not at all a never Apple. I had an iMac when I was in college and I was doing music production more. So for media stuff, I love Apple products. But for pictures, actually for the camera, I really like the Samsung and the Android cameras. I feel like are a little stronger for photos in particular.
How
So,
many photos do you have on your phone?
oh, thousands of photos.
Do you
I
take
have
more
no.
do you take more photos or more videos?
I take more photos. I used to be, for a while, I was pretty into like food blogging kind of thing and like using Instagram for that. But since I've been doing business more, I do a lot more, um, I don't know, LinkedIn and all that. So I have been neglecting my previous audience on Instagram and everything that I kind of built before. I've been a little bit more focused on LinkedIn these days.
Do you watch TV? Television.
Sports
How do you
mainly.
get television into your house?
I actually have cable. I
You have
actually have
cable.
cable.
What
I
company do
have
you use?
I have Comcast,
Comcast. You
and
haven't cut the cord. Why have you not cut the cord?
because whenever I price out all the different apps I would need to watch sports, it ends up coming to like close to the same amount that I pay for
What do
cable
you
at the
pay now?
point.
100, couple hundred?
180, something like
180?
that. Yeah, for cable and internet.
And then
Uh,
which streaming platforms do you have?
oh, Netflix, Hulu, um,
Just go through my subscriptions and get upset.
Apple. Yeah, I mean, they're all of them. I mean, or I have a login for a few of them, but it's a wide variety of stuff. But yeah, I
Music. How do you listen to music?
I'm a Spotify person, and that's my podcast app of choice too. So usually I'm on Spotify. I like making playlists and utilizing those. I run a co-rec sports league, so I have a playlist for that. So I bring speakers out and we listen to our playlist, and I always get compliments on it. So I'm kind of like, and I have hundreds of songs on that thing. It's like literally over 24-hour long playlist. So, and I get compliments on the songs. So I'm like, I've spent so much time that I am now invested in Spotify. I can't leave. So that's kind of how
Um,
some of these tech things get you, though. Like once you establish so much time and energy building something, you're kind of stuck. So.
Tell me about it, Riverside. Hey, what's up? Uh, let's talk about. We got music, emails. How many emails do you get a day? How many?
Oh,
What does your inbox say right now? You
right
can't lie to this
now,
community.
man, inbox
We'll
right
make you
now.
show us your phone.
I'm probably at,
Yep.
I mean, I only have 3 unread emails at the moment.
That's pretty good.
And, I probably keep around 50, but it's mostly just random stuff. I'm not like, in my role, I don't have a ton of like super urgent emails or anything like that. So it's kind of just a to-do list, a running to-do list for me. I have a ton of folders and I do organize things, but that's like when they're done, just for reference in the future. So
And
um,
what's your notification management system?
I try to clear them all. I can't
But do
stand
you
some of
have
the.
notifications on apps? Like it'll tell you, like,
I turn a lot of them off unless I prioritize them. I only allow notifications if it's an app that I need to do something with, if I get one, for the most part. Like Facebook even, I don't have any notifications on my phone because they're just a distraction. But LinkedIn, since I'm doing business there, I get those notifications. So yeah, it's kind of prioritizing those. But
what's a cool app that you use a lot that this community should know about that helps you either in business or in your life?
oh, I have a couple. So Dripify for LinkedIn automation is one that I've been using. So you can set up automation sequences for just reaching out and connecting and sending just an initial message. I don't like to overuse automation because I don't want to take the human elements out of it, but just for the volume of reaching out and targeting certain networks, it does stuff that I wouldn't be able to do in a day efficiently. So it's taken that off my plate. Other than that, Lavender AI for email. I've been just started using that, and that's a good tool for getting feedback on cold email in particular. So you can connect it to Outlook. I have Outlook for email, so you can connect it, and it'll evaluate your cold email and give you tips on how to tweak it to increase your response rates. And it gives you a lot of data.
How much is Lavender?
That one, I think it's only I think it's between 20 and 30 for the basic. It's pretty affordable for the basic version of that one. Other than that, yeah, I use Claude a little bit more for voice notes and things like that, just as I get random thoughts through the day. And I have a paid version of that. And then Lauren uses Chat GPT, so we kind of share that sometimes a little bit on, using that for different creative stuff. She uses it a lot for recruiting summaries and different stuff just to turn things around faster. So
awesome. Good stuff, Ian. Well, we appreciate it. Steven Swiderski, what's up? First one in the room today, calling from the San Diego Navy Exchange.
Yep.
Who are you? What are you working on a Friday? And let's share some of your tech stack.
Steven Swiderski, Cali BBQ. Oh my God, what am I? Director of Events and Hospitality. Still gotta get used to saying that.
What are we doing tomorrow?
We're filming.
Don't say who we're filming for because we haven't.
We're filming all day.
Yeah, we have a big content shoot tomorrow with a brand that we cannot wait to share. But it's something that we've been working on for like 5 months, and finally tomorrow's filming day. It's an unboxing day, so very exciting.
Yeah, we're filming all day, and then I'm gonna be at the restaurant all day because I closed. Anywho, I'm working on trying to build the Cali BBQ catering empire back up. I'm a little bummed. Shawn, can I break the news to everyone?
Yeah, you can share.
What happened?
You can share.
All right. So we were this close of getting probably our biggest catering ever in Cali.
Significantly.
Okay. Significantly our biggest catering ever for the Navy. 6,100 people on one of the
6,100 people on a ship. It would have been.
It fell through.
Yeah.
Wait, was it on the USS Midway?
No,
the Lincoln.
The Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You'll get it. Now you have the process down. You'll get the next one.
Wait, for sharing and learning, why did it fall through?
It was too soon. They couldn't get approval for funding fast enough. Like they reached out to us late. We had to get set up as a vendor on a separate Navy base. So we got set up. We're in the system now. So hopefully we'll be able to do something like that into the future. But that's why we built the smokehouse the way that we did during the pandemic, was literally to be able to do stuff like that.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It'll come.
It'll come.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now we're ready.
Okay, Steven.
Even more ready.
All right, Steven. Are you using an iPhone or an Android?
Apple, Android, or iPhone. Sorry. Apple, Android. I use them all.
You use an iPhone. Which version of the iPhone do you use?
15 Pro Max.
15 Pro Max. How many emails do you get a
day? Personal or work?
All of it.
Work, I probably get about 60 a day.
60?
I file them every time I touch them, and they're completed. Personal, probably about 200. And I barely touch them because
Which
I don't need them.
Which map app do you use? Apple Maps, Google Maps?
Google Maps. Apple Maps is terrible.
Why is it terrible?
Like Ian said, it doesn't account for your traffic reports or any collisions or anything. Google Maps actually does. It gives me an adequate amount of travel time and a perfect estimate, especially for catering travel.
Let's add some value to the restaurant owners and hospitality professionals that might hear this. Apps that you use for digital hospitality for Cali BBQ.
All right. 7 shifts. Ovation.
Wait.
Now.
7 shifts. What do you use what do you use 7 shifts for?
Scheduling all of our employees, events, upcoming holidays, special events, pretty much everything that we need to successfully run a restaurant.
Yep.
Toast Now allows us to check in with our locations, see what sales are, what products we're going through, what product we're running low on, and it gives us the entire hourly breakdown, now a product mix of what we're selling as well as the modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Something new that we actually are using is Copia.
Ooh, good one. Copia
Donation tracker for us.
Local business donation tracker.
How do you say is it? COPIA? How do you
COPIA, correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Toast. Do I have to go into that one?
No.
Toast is our big one. Flock TV.
Ooh, Flock is good. Shout out to Art.
Kidsmenus.com.
Yep.
Got that one. I use Avery for all of our stickers and logos. It allows me to print them off in-house, so it makes it way easier than waiting a couple weeks. Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, Easy Cater, Ship Day, Marquee, R365, iMonit. iMonit allows us to keep our smokers and all of our coolers and freezers up to temp, and if it starts to go down, we get alerted.
What number are we up to right now? By the way?
What?
Oh,
I have a
12
whole
or
list.
13 for just restaurants.
I have a whole list of them. Yeah. Don't worry.
We've got to. It's
this
absurd.
Is the best part for like this is what real life restaurant tech.
Yes, real life. This is real life.
Slack.
Yep.
I actually use Indeed Jobs for our hiring and applications, so that's great. Zoom, Giphy. Yeah, I'm pretty much all done for now.
That's fantastic.
ManyChat. I could keep going probably, but I ran out of room on my paper.
You did fantastic, Steven. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go to Elizabeth Doss. Elizabeth, mic's yours. Who are you? What are you working on a Friday? And let's get into your tech stack.
Yeah, sure. I love hearing all about the people using Giphy, etc. I do need to, I hate to do this publicly, Steven, but I asked to be connected to you on LinkedIn a long time ago. So a part of your tech stack job, I think, is to go through and accept my friend request because I
agree. I agree.
He went off camera. He's gone, you guys. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay,
hopefully he's logging into LinkedIn.
That's what he's doing right this second. We love the live homework situation. Okay, so my name is Elizabeth Doss, and I am a social media consultant. I am a manager as well as a content creator for several local businesses here in the Greenville, South Carolina area. But I am one of my love's main focus is teaching brands about how they can leverage animated GIFs, their own Instagram stickers, their own branded comments, etc., and how can restaurants, hotels, other businesses be able to own that portion of the internet, because Giphy is serving up 1 billion GIFs. 1 billion GIFs daily to 10 million users daily. I have that number wrong, but it's a lot, guys, because people are typing into GIF search, and a lot of times they might find your content. So anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, talking tech stack stuff. I wanted to bring this up. So I got an invitation a while ago, and anybody can join this if you go to viewpoints.fb.com, and it is Facebook Meta sends out these little requests for you to interact with some things because they're trying to gather some intel on how users are using Meta, how they're using other tech apps and stuff. So you can sign up for it, and then if you complete some of the things that they do, they send you a little like a $5 gift card. So anyway, so one of the things that they asked for us to do, and I thought this would be interesting for several of you on the call that are saying that you don't know what your tech stack is. So we're going to go on a field trip, like Shawn loves, I'm going to jump on sharing my screen. Okay, you're going to be in the back end of my phone for a second. So if there's anything embarrassing, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I am in my settings on my iPhone. If you scroll down, there is a section right here called screen time. And Facebook reached out and asked us to screenshot our screen time. Now, I'm embarrassed about some of the things that are about to pop up because I don't watch YouTube constantly. I listen to it this audio thing called brain.fm, and it helps you have deep focus. And so it's a neurological sound thing. So it looks like I watch YouTube constantly, you guys. It's not true. I'm listening to YouTube. So under the screen time thing, you can actually click see all app and website activity. And when you click on that, you can search by week or by day, and you can see all of the apps that you're using on a regular basis for people, so that if you want to know where are you spending your time with your tech stack. So I wanted to share that with people so you can get a chance to see what you're doing. I'm going to go, I'm trying, okay, yay, that worked. Okay. The other thing is talking tech stacks. And for you who are mobile first, I want you to go to your apps section. If you are an Instagram user, especially, or maybe you loved CapCut and you're worried that with TikTok, CapCut, that's going away. Instagram is about to launch their new edits app, and you can get a notification if you go into your app and you click to download it, and it will notify you when that's available for you to be able to start using that. Guys, whenever there is a new feature, especially with Meta, if you start using it early on when it's brand new and sparkly, there's often a little boost for you in your in the algorithm and stuff. So make sure that you take advantage of this and kind of learn. And so I don't know exactly when it's going to pop up, but go and check that out. My other thing for tech stack wise, let me get back here. In your phone, on your apps, I'm in notes right now, but if you go, so you're not reading my notes for a second. Down here at the bottom, there's a little paperclip. Good Lord, I was gonna say
Clippy.
airplane.
Clippy.
Yeah, it is Clippy. Aw, throwback to Clippy and Microsoft. But if you click on that, there is now within your Notes app, record audio. Okay, why do you care? Well, one reason why you would care is you can share these notes. So you can actually, I know Mandy doesn't like audio dealios, but you can actually share these notes and have these apps. But when you hit record audio and you do this within Notes, it will actually give you this, and it will transcribe your audio note for you. So if you're out and about and you need to send a text or an email or something, I use this to say out loud what I need to say, and then I have some things to be able to record from that. So I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so my tech stack. I know that was a lot of stuff for you guys. For me, I'm an Adobe user, so I'm using After Effects and Premiere for a lot of my work. I also use Photoshop and Illustrator. I am also a huge Canva fan just because it's so much easier to brand things out, share those links with clients to get approvals and all those types of things. So I do love me some Canva. ChatGPT, I use it as well for a lot of my content. One workflow that I love is taking the interview videos that I'm doing. I will go into Adobe Premiere that has text-based editing. ChatGPT has that as well, by the way, guys. Or not ChatGPT, CapCut, where you can actually edit the text like a Word document, and it chops up the video for you. There's other apps like Descript that does this as well, but Adobe Premiere has built that in now, and CapCut has it. But I will take the transcript from my from these interviews or videos, and I'll drop that into ChatGPT and say, okay, first off, I'll have it help me edit it or summarize it, or say pull, without changing any of the text, pull like 5 short videos, the most interesting bits of what these people have said. And then I will take that and ask it, now write a caption that reflects this, this video conversation, et cetera. So I let it write those things. So I'm using it in that way. So I hope that makes sense. And then I'll use it to upload, and I go back and edit and add. So my other tech stack, this is so not a good idea to do, but it helps me because I sometimes need an analog. I need to write. So I will take a transcript and space it out like in Microsoft Word and bring it to my iPad so that I can assign B-roll to the conversation. So let's say I've taken B-roll of a restaurant, of the different food, but I have the video that talks through the process. Well, I'll take that and then I'll write and say, okay, this is when I want this to happen. So when I go back to Premiere, all I have to do is click on that word and it jumps the thing to the timeline, and I can pull that B-roll straight to that exact word. So I know that's a lot of information, but I use After Effects for my for creating the GIFs mainly, because a lot of them are text heavy, and so I'm doing motion graphic animation type stuff for that, and then we process them and upload them to Giphy. Okay, I'm done.
Amazing. Which calendar app do you use?
For client scheduling or for just
both.
So I have my Gmail calendar linked to Calendly, so they talk to each other.
Any other apps that we should know about that you frequently use that you don't think people know about?
Well, I mean, it's not that you don't know about it, but I've been really enjoying iMessage, and you can, from the little window at the bottom, like I have the Giphy app included as one of my keyboards. You can click and drag on stickers and drag them up and attach them to people's texts. Like you can do that with emojis too. I don't know if you guys have played with that at all, but it can't be in the message bar. It's when it's below. And if you tap and hold it, you can actually move the stickers. And so I've been really enjoying adding the Giphy stickers and stuff to within iMessage and like messing with people. So that's one fun place. But you were asking about social media apps. I'm mainly Instagram and LinkedIn for the most part. If you don't mind, Shawn, I would like to do a shout out. Tuesday, my co-host Stephanie and we use Riverside for our show as well. But Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. we do our show. This Tuesday, we're going to be talking about search engines and how people's search habits are changing. I mentioned it in the Wednesday show, but you guys talked about it a couple of times. You're shifting away from Google, and I'm going to give you a preview, and because we talked about it with Claudia on Wednesday. So go back and check the YouTube Shorts episode. It was fascinating. But I had asked her the question about how should SEO change, because if they're not typing in chunked out random thoughts, how do you change it? And she said, you've got to start thinking more conversational in these places so that you're showing up in Claude, you're showing up in ChatGPT when it is asking those questions. So anyway, so we're going to be talking about that Tuesday, about the new search engines, which include YouTube, Pinterest, and Instagram, Facebook. People are using them to use them as search. One reason why I know that, and I'll finish up with this. I've mentioned viewpoints from Facebook. Their current thing that their task they are asking for is for us to read. They want audio recordings of us reading. And I know these are real people that are typing into Meta AI asking questions, and they want us to reread them as they are written to the thing. And the reason, so I know that, and so I have to read 100 of these. It takes like 20 minutes to read through them. But people are asking Meta questions that they're trying to like maps questions. It doesn't map things, but they're asking for research stuff and all of these other things. And so people are starting to use the search engines within all these different social media things to find things. And you want to make sure that you're including in the way you're showing up, what are people typing into the search bar that you are a solution for? Okay, back to you, Shawn.
Super helpful. It was awesome, Elizabeth. Tom, are you ready? Get into your tech stack. Who are you? What are you working on a Friday?
Can you hear me now?
We can. Go for it.
Excellent. Well, your deep dive into emails reminded me why my VA is shitting her pants right now.
How many emails do you have right now on your phone?
Using 3 different platforms. There's I'm living up to my ADD lifestyle. My primary is an iOS Mac user. I gave up on Microsoft a long time ago.
Okay.
Yes, I pulled the plug. I keep my Amazon Prime and my Netflix.
Okay. No TV.
Other than that, no, I have no TV.
Awesome.
It's black behind me for a reason. Email. Business sits at 20 unread messages. Personal sits at 60 plus.
Okay.
And we're reviewing Superhuman right now as a product to use for email. And she has begged me, since I tend to scroll through spam, et cetera, and never clicking on them or deleting them, she's begging to get remote access and just have fun with my email. That's actually starting in this month.
Does anyone have experience with Superhuman on this call? I've heard about it.
I've used it before. It's really, really cool. I used it for a while, and then my big problem was that the text expander app I was telling you about, they don't allow third-party extensions. But besides that, it's really awesome. So much faster, so much cleaner.
There you go.
Right. And she was pointing out that the response rate is higher. It'll automate 90% of what I've been doing. It'll not automate it for me. So I like that.
Awesome.
In terms of my tech stack, I'm a little different than most other recruiters. My primary system is Zoho. Now, it's clunky from an from a user experience standpoint. And it's definitely leveraging Indian technology at its best. But it's like Google Workspace on steroids. It has what Zoho One is their product name, and a monthly subscription gives you access to everything that will cover human resources, sales. God, I can't think about all the things they do. Has its own project management tracker, has social media tracking, has, I don't know, there's like 36 different apps within their ecosystem that you can use for your business or businesses. You have that option available. So I'm constantly trying to leverage up into their ecosystem.
Awesome.
They have their own scheduler. I've had mixed feelings about it. So I have Acuity, and I've had that for a decade instead of Calendly. I use on the AI side, I put a post about a podcast I listen to called Marketing Against the Grain. And those guys do a great job. They're really on the AI bandwagon for the last several episodes. And they did a 7-minute run on leveraging Google Notebook with ChatGPT to create ongoing conversations. I couldn't help but think of Jason for that.
Awesome.
I found that every trade show I go to, Blink has been a godsend. And Kajabi is another tool I use.
Sweet.
That's it.
That is amazing. Well, I appreciate it, Tom. Thank you. Let's go ahead and pass it over to Eric Farrell in the house. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys. It's been a while. Sorry about that. It's
all good. You don't
get busy.
You never apologize for showing up to play ball. You're good. You come when you're ready. We're here.
Well, you know me, I got to show up and be the contrarian and probably drop a bunch of tech that nobody sees coming.
Are you using a BlackBerry? Using a pager? What are you doing? Fax machines?
I'm not that.
What are we talking about here?
I mean, I'm frugal. I will resurrect old tech all day long, but I'm not that bad.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay, go for it.
Everything in my house, except for my personal computer that I use for like family pictures and stuff, that's still Windows 10, but that's got to change. But everything else in the house runs on Linux Mint, because I take the Linus Torvald stance on things. a computer is like air conditioning. It becomes useless when you open Windows. So no thanks on the Windows. And I don't have Apple stuff just because I can't afford it. It for many years it's been I can't do that. But someday I'm gonna get some maxed out Apple gear. My wife's on me like, okay, I'm done. Please let me stop using this piece of crap old laptop from when you were in college. Please get me a MacBook or something. So that's coming. Linux for everything has worked really well for me. Not every version of Linux works well, but for what I need to do, which is mostly text editing stuff, it does great. And I don't have the problems of Windows, and everything transfers over to my Android phone really well. I wouldn't say I have anything against iPhone. It's just, it didn't interest me because I want more control. I'm tech nerdy enough. I just want to tweak things. I don't want the tech company to tell me how everything has to go. I want to do things myself. I could get carried away on that, but I'll save that. So I've got kind of a list, but I think your questions are more fun, Shawn. So
okay,
so
well, let's get into your phone calls or text messages.
I really like talking to people. I would say phone call, but if it's quick, let's do text.
Do you leave voicemails?
Almost never. It's a very particular circumstance if I do, especially if I know the person's going to call me back.
Recordings? Do you like listening to voice recordings?
Because of the audio thing on LinkedIn and people sending me audio messages more frequently now, I'm starting to convert to that, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not against it. Not my favorite, though.
Which email platform do you use?
Proton Mail.
Proton Mail. I've never heard of such a thing. Proton Mail.
Big cybersecurity focus. Okay. And anything I can do to give big data less, I'll do that. And okay. Proton Mail works really well with all the other features that you want from Google. I mean, it's got.
So do you use any Google products?
Only when forced.
Maps? How do you Thomas Guide?
No, not that bad. Google Maps, the stuff that's built into Android when I have to. I don't use Google Mail. I don't like Gmail that much because various reasons. I think it's just clunky. So I use it when I have to. There are some apps like Zcal that it hasn't integrated with Proton Mail yet. It has to use Gmail. So, all right, I'm there for that one. But if I can avoid it, I will.
Music or podcasts? Do you use what apps?
I'm on YouTube Music all the time. Spotify will happen when I've got room for another subscription. But with the kids, I'm saving budget, nickel and diming everything away. And no Spotify yet, but YouTube Music all day long, or I'm listening to something else on YouTube. Usually it's a podcast. It's something educational. It's a personal development thing all the time.
Awesome. Any other apps that you use that we should know about?
I went Zcal, not Calendly. And I think Jordan mentioned something earlier. I had to jump off because as soon as I got on here, my wife called me with like, oh no, get off that podcast. We're talking about the kid issue right now. So I had to get off for a minute.
Totally cool.
Yeah. So I missed what Jordan said about that. I'm going to chase him down.
Yeah, chase him down. Jordan's got great insights on tech.
Yeah. Need to pick his brain. I use Zoom exclusively. Not against using other things. It's just circumstantially, that's what it's been so far. Looking through my list here. Covered that. AI. I use Perplexity a lot. Like Elizabeth said, I don't go to Google anymore. I hit Perplexity for questions. Chat GPT sometimes. I need to use Claude more. I haven't really exercised what all that can do, but my cousin is a ghostwriter for C-suite types for a PR firm, and she can't live without Claude. So she's been kind of teaching me about that.
Cool.
Canva, gotta have Canva for stuff. Notion has been really handy. I'm trying to learn how to get more out of that because I know I know it's like a space station worth of features, and I basically just know how to make coffee with it. You know, it's underpowered in the hands of the underpowered.
It's a good quote.
School.com. Oh my gosh, I'm addicted to school. I love learning all the time, but I've gotten myself into way too many communities in school, and I probably need to pare that back and just focus on the ones that are going to be fruitful, get me somewhere. And streaming stuff, Netflix is the only one we pay for. We may or may not get some under the table connections from friends and family, but that can't be proven.
Amazing. Great stuff, Eric. Maddie Smokes, you're up. Who are you? What are you working on a Friday? And let's get into your tech stack.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Just midday, getting ready for the weekend. 5 parties at the restaurant tomorrow. So keeping pretty busy, but always breaking off time to hang out with you guys.
We appreciate that, man. Let's get into your tech stack. Do you use iPhone or an Android?
I'm an Android.
Android, really?
I'm an Android guy.
Always Android, never iPhone?
I had one iPhone for about 3 weeks, and I went right back. So
fantastic. Which phone do you have?
I have I guess I'm up to the 21, but only because of warranties or different things that were going on. I never update my phone unless it's time to update a phone.
Got it. What carrier do you use?
AT&T.
You ever switched?
Been on a family plan with my parents for about 25 years and can't beat the plan that we're at.
It's pretty much how most people are. How many emails do you get a day?
Personal, I'd probably say 50, 60. The restaurant probably gets about 10 to 15. And then my Maddie Smokes is probably about 5.
How many do you enjoy reading?
Enjoy reading. None of them. Some of them, the ones for parties, the ones for business that are
revenue ones. The revenue ones.
Yeah.
Do you use Apple? No, obviously don't use Apple Maps. Which map do you use for maps?
I'm a Waze guy. To me, Waze. Yeah, I'm in New York, and I feel like Waze. It has all the speeding cameras. It all has all the red light cameras. So you get a beep before you go and everything. What's that?
No, I said thanks, Tom. Tom had to jump.
So it keeps me out of trouble and definitely always gives me the right directions to get out of traffic.
And music?
So I'm not a huge music guy, but Pandora when I'm in the car. But for the most part, I'm on Audible a lot, listening to podcasts and a lot of books. So truthfully, not too much music in my life, mostly listening.
Which search engine do you use?
I'm on Google mostly, I would say. But without a doubt, ChatGPT has been kind of taking over for a lot of my necessities.
You take more photos or more videos?
More photos, but I'm working on videos. It's something I'm starting on.
That's what I'm talking about. Any apps that we should know about that you use that you think this community would benefit from?
A good one that I didn't hear about. I use Must Have Menus to design all my menus for the restaurant and keeps me kind of formatting stuff on the fly. For hiring, Indeed and ZipRecruiter. I didn't hear those go around earlier. But I'm all over Wix, Canva, Google Calendar. I also love Boards. I don't know if any of you have heard of Boards. So Boards is an app that attaches to your keyboard so that things that you're consistently sending out to people or responses or information, you can categorize it all into folders and just click on Boards at the bottom of your keyboard, which would then give you access to all these, whether it be image folders or pre-made, preset messages or responses that you're sending to clients. So I love Boards. I do use it a lot for that. So I would check that out.
Awesome.
I use Digital Wellbeing a lot to keep my timing on my phone up, limited. So my Facebook and Instagram, I get a half hour every day. After that, I'm done. LinkedIn, I get about an hour, which is plenty. After an hour and a half to 2 hours of being on social profiles, I need to do other things.
That's awesome. That's a What was it called? What's the that you just mentioned?
Sorry,
what
that
was
was
that
my
one?
phone. Sorry, what was that?
Called? What was that one called? The timer? Did you catch that? Anybody?
There we go. Now I got you. Sorry about that.
What was the timer called?
On Android, it's digital well-being.
Oh, on Android, got it. Digital well-being. Cool. Nice. Awesome.
There's one out there right now that's trending. Like I don't know what it's called, but it's got a timer that says touch grass. And like you have to go out and find grass to touch for it to unlock your phone. Anyway, so it's anyway.
How does it
a little
know?
bit different, but still.
Yeah.
How does it know you found grass? Oh,
Photo.
you just take a picture. Oh, come
you
on,
have
that's
to
cheating.
you have to photo your hand on the grass, and then your phone will unlock.
That's pretty cool. I like that, Maddie. The boards thing you mentioned cracks me up because in the hacker world we call that a keylogger, and that's a bad thing. And now we've turned that into a good tool you can use. It's fascinating. Tools are amoral, right?
When I have party packages or certain things that are just fixed messages that I'm tired of going back and copying an old one and forwarding it over. So I've just built different, portfolio folders with these standard messages that would take me a long time to type that I could just pop them out on demand.
Very cool.
That's a cool new use of that. I like that.
Well, let's go ahead and do tip takeaway.
Well, wait 1 second, because I got a message from Michael that said somebody asked Shawn about his tech stacks.
Go ahead.
Shawn, we would love to hear about your tech stack.
Go for it.
Short answer: too much and too many.
Exactly. So I think I know the answer to this. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
And what's your most used social media app?
Instagram.
Gotcha. That's surprising to me. I don't know why that surprises me, but
you'd think it would be LinkedIn?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's definitely Instagram. I post stories all the time.
Oh, that's right.
Like I use Instagram stories more than I use anything. I mean, maybe text messages I use more.
Do you edit any of your videos, or you just post it like it is?
No, I edit videos. Yeah.
Where do you edit your videos at?
Always natively. So I'll do it in Instagram Reels or TikTok. Typically is where I'm editing.
Very cool. And what is the first app you open in the morning?
First app I open is the alarm to turn it off.
Okay. Second. When you pick up your phone to actually look at it, what's your go-to?
Probably Slack. Just check in to see client communication and team communication. What are we working on, or what's next?
And when you work with a client, what's one of the first apps that you recommend to them to get on?
Well,
or to start using?
We do all client communication in Slack. So
gotcha.
Yeah, we use
Slack.
Yeah, we use Slack, and then we use Notion. So we use Notion to set out content playlists for all the clients that we're producing shows for.
Brilliant. And sorry, I have one more question. When because you guys are developing a lot of content as you're going, how do you communicate with the team as far like are you using Slack to do that?
Yeah, we use Slack. We use obviously Google Drive, but Notion is the home base where we build out the playlist, and then we'll know what episode is publishing. Obviously, for restaurant influencers, what's publishing this week. Then there's a Google Drive link in there that has all of the assets. So it'll have the blog, it'll have the short social clips, it'll have the images for YouTube, it'll have everything that you need according to that episode. All lives in Notion, but it's actually linked out to Google.
Oh, that makes sense, because that was one curious, because uploading video and
so much.
all this,
Kyle actually on the team, Fluger, shout out. He's the one that got us all set up in Notion, and it's been a game changer just from a team management standpoint, from multiple video editors and producers being able to go in and find where stuff is specific to each piece of content.
And I will say, for me, Notion can be really intimidating if you're coming into it completely blank. But there's a lot of people that have templates that they don't mind sharing, and you can duplicate their template and start using their content, that type of stuff. Because I've used it for menu planning, like for groceries and stuff, like because you can build out a database for recipes that tells you what ingredients, it pulls your grocery list together from just like clicking through and stuff. Anyway, it's a fun app to check out.
Awesome.
And I love that it is mobile and desktop, and they talk to each other. That's always huge. Awesome. I did see that Adam joined us. I don't know if
Adam, you're in the house. You're on the clock. Go for it.
Should I go quick?
Quickly, yeah. Get us your tech stack.
Okay. Okay. First thing in the morning is Slack. We use Zendesk for customer service and customer experience. So all communication goes into Zendesk. No one in my team really uses their inbox. Everything gets filtered in and gets passed through. We're a Microsoft 365 shop. So we have teams first thing, but mainly through partners and developers. Everyone's on Slack. ChatGPT for a lot of stuff. Deep research, the new image creation tool. I've got about 19 different little AI assistants. And also we've just had make.com plugged into, so we do an RSS feed from Spotify, from Anchor, which is Spotify, for the podcast that goes into the Spotify app within make.com, then filters through to Airtable, then filters through to ChatGPT to pull it through. So we've just built a 17-step automation tool to automatically upload the podcast to my website, which is on Webflow, and then automatically post it on social, which is going to be a game changer. So it's like a 17 to 15 step process. If you're not using make.com, make.com's one of the best tools out there. It's free for Make. Yeah, make.com. One of the best tools. It used to be called Integramap back in the day. It's a direct competitor to Zapier. Some people may have heard of Zapier.
Yep.
Zapier is really expensive. We use Zapier on the other side of the business. I've got about 30 or 45 automations in Flow, which is basically on quote acceptance, create invoice, create support ticket, and Flow. But we're going to move everything to make.com this year. So if you have a look at it, you can plug ChatGPT and DeepSeek all into make.com. So you can actually do a whole flow. You can actually do a whole social media campaign using Google Sheets or Airtable with Canva plugged in and AI plugged and ChatGPT plugged into Make to just build your social funnel. All done.
Amazing.
And it can run it for you. So people are selling that. And Microsoft Teams and ZenZap.
ZenZap in the house.
That's
I love it. ZenZap's amazing. Well done. Well done, Adam.
Nice.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching. We're going to do tip takeaway homework assignment. Next week, we're going to talk about sales funnels on Wednesday. So please join us for that conversation. Just a reminder, you can go to betheshow.media/rising tides if you want to join the live show. Elizabeth, kick us off. Tip takeaway homework assignment.
Yes, I would be remiss if I didn't pull into this amazing tech conversation that Shawn and the team have an awesome new Substack that's talking all about restaurant technology. So if there is something that you're like, we were listening to this, hoping to hear more about restaurant tech type stuff, go and sign up for that because it's a multimedia, so you can read it, you can listen to it, you can watch it. So make sure you go and check out their Substack. And so what is the address for that, Shawn?
You could go to betheshow.media and there's the pop-up is actually for the restaurant Substack. So
sweet.
Or you can just go on Substack and search restaurant technology.
And so I wanted to bring that in. And then for me personally, I wanted to bring in ChatGPT. There's two buttons on the bottom of ChatGPT. One says search, one says reason. When you toggle on search, it begins to search real time. Because a lot of times ChatGPT is pulling from ancient times. I had it pull a 4-year-old video from Cali BBQ this last week. But if you toggle on search, it'll search real time. So do that if you're on your desktop. I'm not sure about the mobile app. And then reason, it'll take an extra couple minutes to think through what it won't just spit out the answer quickly. It'll do a deeper dive into that topic for you and before it responds. So play with those two buttons a little bit when you're using ChatGPT. Back to you, Shawn.
Awesome. Ian, go for it.
Yeah, I got a lot of great takeaways. I've played around on a few things like make.com, but never really finished it. So my homework, I think, is to go back and do some follow-up on some of those items, and then Text Blaze and a few other notes I took down of some of the great apps that people mentioned that I hadn't heard of. So definitely looking forward to exploring those. So appreciate everyone sharing.
Awesome. Thanks, Ian. Eric, go for it.
everybody's got tech suggestions on stuff, and it's great. And I get overloaded with tools. And I would say for whatever you got to do, there's a Bruce Lee quote that comes to mind: use only that which works and take it from any place you can find it. Anything else, get rid of. If it works for you, keep it.
I love it. Yeah. Digital decluttering. That's another topic we can talk about in another room. But I have pages of apps now just talking that I can definitely go and get rid of because they are not serving me any use. Maddie Smokes, go for it.
For me, takeaways, it seems like I got a lot of work for myself. Make.com, Slack, even this Brain FM sounds intriguing. Lavender AI for the email. Blink for the trade shows. So when I go to the NRA in Chicago, sounds like I should have that. And
Blink
checking out Claude.
Popl. Check out Popl too.
Which one?
Popl, Popl. That's a digital business card that I've been using. They're awesome.
Okay. And Claude and Perplexity.
Sweet. All right. Appreciate it, Maddie Smokes. Adam,
Thank you.
Close us out. Tip, takeaway, homework assignment.
Okay. Definitely check out make.com. There's lots of, they're called recipes. So if you know anyone that has make.com, they can actually just give you the recipe where you can just import it. So there's loads of people there's a big community out there with building recipes because it can be a bit daunting. As you mentioned, Shawn, a digital business card is the way forward. Anyone that could have a link where you can automatically connect and download your contacts for me. And yeah, I need to go through my subscriptions and delete stuff that I don't need anymore.
There it is. That's the reminder. Well, thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome weekend. As always, stay curious, get involved, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Elizabeth, Ian, Eric, Adam, Maddie Smokes, and everybody that joined us. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Stover, for producing behind the scenes. We appreciate you all. Have an awesome Friday. Peace. Thanks, guys.
Dinner time for me. See you later.
Dinner time. Appreciate you, Adam. Thank
everybody.
you.
Good to see y'all.
And uploaded. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Mike.